Welcome back to the Green Workbench. Today we're building a different type of plyo jump box. This is just in the shape of a box without the 10-degree angle that I normally use. And it will be 20 by 24 by 30 so that you can move the box to the different side to get the different height to jump. So my first step is to rip my piece of plywood. So for my 24-inch side, I'm going to rip it at 22.5 because I'll have my 20-inch side 3/4 inch on each, total 24, and then my 20-inch side. Now you can rip it freehand, or what I use is this Craig rip cut jig. Circular saw goes right in here, and then you have a fence or a guide on the other side that helps you make a straight cut. So now that those lengths are cut, I am going to, or the widths rather, I'm going to cut the lengths. So I'm going to face the ends on the outside of the box, so that means that my length is going to be at 28.5. And you can see my cut list just based on the piece of plywood to make sure that I get all my pieces out of one sheet of plywood. Okay, I've made a jig because the base of my circular saw is 5 inches. So I made a jig so that it'll fit right in there. And so I'm gonna cut it to length, move my jig down, cut the next one, and I'll have my sides cut out. Okay, now we're going to measure and cut the end piece. So it's 24 by 20. I'm going to take the jig, line it up, mark, clamp it in place, and we'll cut. Okay, now I'm going to take my 22.5 inch side and I'm going to frame it with the 2x4. Now I'm going to frame it one down the middle, 2 on each end, and then along the end of the length. Okay, so I'll fluid up my 2x4. Line it up. Punch in a couple nails. Follow up with some screws. And we'll keep doing that for the other end piece and then cut the verticals. Okay, we've got one side done, so we'll do the other side and then start putting it together. Okay, before I connect them together, I'm going to brace these sides. So, first step is to take this thickness, mark it on the board, and then measure between there, and I'm going to cut 3 braces of that length. So 15 and 9/16 is what it ended up for me. And I will attach those to the board so that it'll just fit right in there and be right at the edge. Okay, next, for the outer edges, I'm going to drill a pocket hole to connect it from the inside. Using my Craig pocket hole jig. Alright, so I'll do that for the other side as well. Okay, I've got my pocket hole ready to go. Check for square. Still adjustable to an extent. So I'm going to do the other side as well, and then we'll screw up from the bottom, continually checking for square. So we've got all the sides on. Check for square by measuring corner to corner. Make sure they're equal. And then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and put the top and bottom on. You can see I did one angled brace in there just to add a little bit of extra strength. Keep it from moving. So I'm going to go ahead and put the top and bottom on, and then we'll start finishing it up. Okay, my next step is to create handles. Just going to measure down 8 inches on my center. I usually make them about 4 inches wide. Inch deep. So this time I'm actually going to use the router and freehand the plunge router out my handles. Should be a good handle there, so I'll cut that out, do the same thing on the other side, and then we should be ready to sand. Okay, the handles are cut out, and again I used my plunge router, so it makes a nice smooth cut. So now I'm just going to sand the whole box down, starting with an 80 grit and then to probably a 120, and once it's sanded, it's good to go. I'm going to round the corners a little bit, soften it up, help with the bruised shins, and also keep it from splintering. And that should do it. Alright, it's all sanded down. We've got 30 inch this way. Get 24 inches and 20 inch. Very sturdy. Will last through thousands of jumps, withstand a lot of pressure and weight. There you have it. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you like this video. Please leave any comments down below. Check out my blog at www.thegreenworkbench.com, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.